Hey there, tarot friends. Happy Friday. I'm here. Sip, sip. Hello. I was going back a little bit through to see who's here. Looks like Scott was the first one in. Good morning. Sip, sip. Yes, I'm already on to some iced tea for the day. So I have a new situation going on in here. And Nancy is here. Happy Friday to you. Oh, okay. Our Jamie's here. Hello. Patrice is here on time for the live. We are so happy to have you, Patrice. Hello, Gerald. Yes, big love for our Jamie. Chris is here. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you. Happy Sophie Day. Oh, Sandra's here. Hello. I think I got everyone. All the hellos, so nice. Justin is here. Alex is here. Hello. Oh, yes, my Jonathan necklace. Thank you so much. And he did announce on his live, I think on Tuesday, that I'm like tilted a little bit. Do I look fine? Oh, Chris and Sophie are watching DNTV together. That is scary but cool. Hi, Sophie. Thank you for letting me know that. I won't have any outbursts. What was I going to say? I don't know. Oh, I tried to put my ghosty earrings on, but like I've got 3 piercings on each side, but for some reason I couldn't like jab the one through. So that's weird. I don't usually have to give up on that, but anyway, it's going to be extra fancy. Oh, Jonathan's crystal grid necklaces. So he did announce on his I think on his live last week that a handful of us, the keepers of the necklaces so far, are going to be on his channel, Jonathan Daly, on Tuesday the 13th. So this coming Tuesday. Yeah, Gerald will be thinking of Friday as Sophie Day from now on. Yeah, I have been known to occasionally message Chris on a Thursday and say Happy Chris Day because that's his live day. So Friday's Happy Sophie Day. So what am I talking about? Oh yeah, Jonathan Daly necklaces Tuesday. A handful of us are going to be on discussing how we are getting on with our necklaces. So Chris says YouTube always cuts out my greetings to Alex, and I will refrain from decoding to Alex today. So I thought what we would do is do a little flip through of my Transient Light Tarot, which you can see by the title of this video. As you all know, I love my Trinity Tarot. It's this little square deck. It is absolutely amazing. And I just love the simplicity of it. I've said many times before that I love really busy decks, and I love decks that have a bunch of esoteric stuff all piled on, and I just love all kinds of things. But this really, I'm just going to show you so you can kind of have an idea. And I've flipped through this one before here, but just in case you haven't seen it. So it's like symbols based, right? So we have the Hierophant, and I just love it so much. Oh, I have my long fancy nails. I usually chop my nails before Friday, but I guess they weren't driving me nuts this week. Maybe every 2 weeks I have to chop them. Thank you, Gerald. Hey, Regina. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm spilling things. Because as always, I don't have a lot of room in here. Thank you, Nancy. Sandra, I think you're gonna like this. Yeah. So the Death card. And so the Trinity Tarot, this edition that I have, is under the name Matt Wisner. Um, he or they, I'm not really sure if pronouns changed or just the name. Ari Wisner is the same person. And so Transient Light has been published under Ari Wisner. You can find their channel and go through if you are even semi interested in this. I'm not here to sell it, just here to share it. But there is a suit like explanation, like a separate suit flip through for each like section, and it's just so great. So if you're into watching or listening to the creator go through and talk about things like that, it's just so great. They just seem like such a really awesome human being. So here's a few more, and then here's one that shows the red. So there's this like 4-color like palette basically. This one's a little bit, I would say, like springier colors, or I don't know, Apprentice Champion. I think the court renaming has been done the same. So here's our Apprentice of Cups. So anyway, you get the idea. It's just really lovely. I just love it. Patrice says, I recently received my Transient Light. I like it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so I'm especially looking forward to your walkthrough. I knew Patrice was a fan. I remember talking before in chats that we had both backed it. I gave that deck, that Kickstarter, a shout out a few times. And, when people were asking, like, what are you buying lately? What are you backing lately? Because it's just amazing. There's just this like simplicity, but this depth to it that I really love. And the color scheme and everything. I'll just put this back because this is what happens. I just squirrel things away on the table, and then that's how it turns into this whole thing. Okay, look, I can just put it back. And that's one less thing I have to do later when I'm hypothetically cleaning my room. Okay, so another really awesome thing that Ari does is includes, like they draw a card to include with your deck. So one of the cards from that deck, like an additional one. Okay, so the 6 of Cups, no, 6 pence. I don't know where my extra card is. I think it's pence because I remember the flowers on it. So the 6 pence, I'm going to say, is the card I got with my Trinity Tarot. And then I just love that because it's like an extra little reading. Do you know what I mean? So I get this with my name and the number 76 out of 1,000. And it's the Hanged Man this time. This was my draw that I got. So the rewards for this Kickstarter, I believe, were, I'm going to say there weren't extra things. It was an upgrade of cardstock, an upgrade of the box, and an upgrade of the book. So the book has written by Ari Wisner with poetry by Fausta Jolie. Okay, so it's a nice little size, printed in the UK, 124 pages. There are spreads in the back, which look really kind of involved and awesome. Ari included a spread, and Fausta has a solstice healing spread in the back. There are bonus cards that we will get to, and there's a spread that involves those. Yeah, so anyway, it's a color. So here's the world, and we have like a little replication of it here and the description. And then there's also no, is there? Okay, so the poetry page is here for the world. Okay, so the black page is the poetry, and there is a poem for each of the majors. each of the majors and 1 for each suit, I think is how this is playing out. Or maybe that's not a poem, maybe that's just the intro to each one. Yeah, okay. Sorry, there's a black page for each, explaining each suit, but I don't think it's a poem. Yes, it is a poem. Take back everything I said. Okay. 1 poem per suit and then 1 poem for each major. So here's the poem for the wheel and then the wheel in like a traditional explanation. Okay. So there's my extra card and the book. And then there's always this little sheet that says, you know, feedback, good or bad, you know, let me know how you like it or how you don't like it and all of that kind of thing. The Etsy shop is Trinity Tarot Shop. And yeah, I think that's all the rambling I have to do about it. Let's look at some cards. Sandra says she had to cancel the Kickstarter for the Transient Light, but hopefully I can still get one. Yeah, it says, you know, for additional copies or for copies of the Trinity Tarot to visit the shop. So it seems like there will be things available. Sip, sip. Okay. So here's the box. And this feels like linen-y sort of, but like thick, right? It's a really strong box. It doesn't have notches on the side, but I mean, it slides right out. Like it's not gonna, it doesn't stick at all. They've also initialed this side, which is cool. So yeah, it feels like, I don't know, like strong linen-y. Are you so excited for my description? Because you know how I am. The cardstock, so it's pretty thick, right? The cardstock is really smooth. Oh, I don't have Dark Mansion. Yeah, the box is like textured but not rough. Yeah, it's like it looks linen, like it has marks on it like linen cards do. I don't have Dark Mansion. It's not rose petal. It's definitely not rose petal. It's more of like a rough texture. Okay, so my hair, okay. But the cards are super smooth. The cards are not rose petal. They are like slippy, but they're not like running away by themselves. Yeah. And the cardstock is pretty thick. So it feels nice. It feels high quality, but it's like the smooth texture of the card makes me think it's going to be a lot thinner, if that makes sense. But it's really not. I will also say that yesterday I had it out by the window and I could like sort of like, now I can't, but when there was like full light coming in through the window, I could like faintly see like my finger through the other side of it. But I think that's just how it like transfuses. I don't know the word, how the light comes through. But like in here, it's not at all. And like, I can't see, oh, I can see the back a little bit. If I hold it like up to the light, I can see the artwork on the back. But again, when you have them down on the table, I mean, it's not like super obvious or anything like that. I'm just trying to be really descriptive about this, I guess. Thank you, Gerald, for looking that up. Gerald says, yes, it is available in the Trinity Tarot Shop. Hey, Robin. So yeah, and I also will say before we get into it, I've had a few of the corners, the top right corner, that I put this back in order for you. I was shuffling like crazy while I was watching lives yesterday, but I wanted to share in order, so I've put them back. But I'm going to show you that there's like a little, the top corners of some have chipped, but it's not like structural from this way. It's like just the top part of it. So like the color has come off a little bit. and it was like sort of crackled, and I took my nail and like scraped it off because I didn't want it to like catch and rip or anything like that. So there are a few that have like a minor like chipping thing. Hey Jax. Um, it lets the transient light through. Yes, exactly. That's what it's like. Um, so there is a tiny bit of like chipping, but it's nothing I'm worried about. I'm not going to be saying anything about it. It's only on a few of them, and I don't think, no, it's on quite a few of them. I don't think it's going to cause any problem. It's sort of just like dusting off. Do you know what I mean? And it's whatever. Like I'm likely to edge this anyway. I don't know. Beautiful cardstock and it's high quality. Oh, the other little test that I gave it was that I took the 14 of one suit, and you know how you can kind of like bend it back and forth and it has that little like that break in it, right? That's how thick it is. So even if you're just holding one suit and you're like, it doesn't just like free flow bend back and forth, there's that little like catch in it. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I can explain to you how thick it is because I don't know anything about cardstock. Justin's driving to work and like probably, I don't want to say what I was going to say. Probably shaking his head at me. Okay. There's my long way of explaining. Okay. Are we ready? So we have the Fool. I will tell you already that I love this. It has some similar symbolism that is used in the Trinity Tarot, but it's a new deck, right? This one does have it does have more added to the scenery, but it's like right through that line of like pippish, but not. So I'll show you. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? So I love like all the little like the little twinkly stars, which we also see in the Trinity Tarot. So some of those themes have carried through. Just really, really awesome. Thank you, Jamie. Here's the Magician. I am a sucker for this like concept of like jewelry representing things on cards. My idiosyncra deck has a card like that. Julie Rose, Peekaboo Rose on YouTube, her Inspired Soul Tarot has a little jewelry box on one of her cards, or like a shelf that has like crystals on it or something. I don't know what it is about it, but it just really makes me happy. I love that. So like these are the magician's tools in this case, right? We have the Revealer as the High Priestess. Chris been listening to 3-year-old chatter all morning. Okay, let me tell you that my child has been kind of off the chain this week, okay? We're going through one of these little, like most of the day is fine, and then there is this giant screaming at me meltdown about I don't even know what. Like I ask him to do something, or I say like, hey, you're about to be in timeout if you do that again, because like he just won't listen. 3-year-olds are like that drunk friend that pushes your night over into like not enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? Like the group of you will have like a happy buzz going on, and then the one person like way overdoes it and tells you off and throws their keys in the river, and you have to like find them down the block waiting in line for a burrito like to get them home, right? That is what 3-year-olds can sometimes be like, where they're just in this phase and they just like they do not care. Okay. But anyway, that's how I feel sometimes. It's been a challenging week on that front. Um, Wheels on the bus have been going around for a while now. I'm not gonna read it in case she's right there. Um, yes, really appreciate the renaming of the major and court. Yeah, it's really cool. I love that. Hey, Kristen. Okay, so here we have the nurturer. Sorry, I had to give my little example of what 3-year-olds are like when they just do not care. Like they just don't care about you. Other moments of the day, they care about you a lot. But there's this time where they just go off the rails and they don't care. The defender in place of the emperor. Yes, the nurturer is pretty. The proclaimer. The lovers. This I really enjoy because there's that connection and that idea about making a choice and sticking with it, right? Because the two sides of a locket are stuck together. So, you know what I mean? I like that there aren't people in it. It opens that up a little bit. I love that the nurture card was while we were talking about children. Yeah, where I'm like, oh, they're like drunk people. I'm so nice. But the chariot, this one is really interesting, right? Oh no, not the proclaimers. My mom used to call that nap time. Oh my gosh, my kid doesn't take a nap. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, he has video time. He was just so programmed to not sleep unless he was in the car because we had an hour and a half one-way commute. So he has never taken a nap for me. Strength card. Gerald says, I wasn't going to buy any decks in July. Do you prefer Oracle to Tarot? Me? Um, I I think I'm pretty equal on it. I have to have all the things. Like I love tarot and I love Oracle and I love Lenormand. I'm pretty I think I'm pretty down the middle. Chariot reminds me of that Sesame Street cartoon where it counts up to 12 and the ball goes everywhere. Yeah. Stop lying, Gerald. No ducks in July. Alex is laughing at you. The Hermit. Though, Gerald, this could be your August gift for doing a no spend July, if that is what your goal is right now. I am going to be on a low spend. I have a few Kickstarters rolling in, so like it's fine, and clearly I have lots of treasures. Um, the wheel, okay, I love this because we have the elemental symbols, we have this thread, right? And in the Trinity Tarot, the red thread, Ari Wisner actually commented on our live of that. Because they had said, let me know if you do that. And I did. And I said, it's really kind of like chatty and really long, but I hope to do another one someday. But this, includes like the live chat and people's comments about it. And Ari said that it was cool that we were talking about the red thread and like vitality and like how we're all connected and things like that and how it comes from a couple different cultural concepts, but that we were right on with that. So I love the wheel because it has the dice, but it also has the like the wheel from a ship. So it's like it really aligns with my beliefs about like the course is kind of set, but you never know like when a storm is coming or if someone makes a decision and then this thing changes, right? So that's like the rolling of the dice. Like it is set, but you never know if you're actually going to stay that course, right? I really love this a lot, a lot. Um, the hermit being a wasp. Yeah. Let's read that. Neem, hey, can't stay but popped on and hit the thumbs up. Um, hi. Um, a lightning bug would have been dope. You know what? The Hermit in the Way Home Tarot is a bear hibernating, and it has a little jar with a lightning bug in it as the light. So that's one of my absolute favorites. So here's the Hermit. So I can see, like, going toward the light, coming from the darkness and isolation and going toward the light to learn and then turn around and share that knowledge. Um, Liminal Lark, is Leanda here? I missed it. Hello. Oh, hey, there you are. Welcome. So let's stop and read, because that is kind of a different one. And then I will carry on. Where is my book? Okay. Oh, I almost turned right to it. So the keywords are retreat, recuperation, and inner self. The hermit is one who retreats into isolation to refocus and recuperate. This is a perfect time to check in and reacquaint yourself with both the light and dark within. Find a way to embrace and forgive the parts of yourself that are perceived as negative, finding beauty in imperfection. Reconnecting with the earth helps this process. Our bodies are from the earth, temporary expressions of life within the larger universe. The wasp symbolizes the beauty revealed when fear is removed. So there you go. It is about accepting, so Ari's talking about accepting light and dark and retreating as a way to do that. And so that's the thing. So the wasp is supposed to be embraced, right? Not fearing the darker side of yourself. So that's an interesting little twist on that. What do you think? Except that I'm not going to read it out, Kristen, because it's Sophie Day. But so there's that. Acceptance once fear is overcome. Hey, Ben. Just popped in to say hi. Can't stop as on a work break, but hope you are all okay. Thank you so much for stopping in. Justice. So here we have another constellation, which I love. Like, I just love the star presence in these things. Justice is my Libra card, and it's not always my favorite. It just kind of depends. I'm a little picky about it. The traditional one isn't like super exciting to me, which it doesn't have to be, but it's just cool when we have one here that's sort of like sun, moon, star based, because as you all know, I'm a sucker for that. And here we have the Hanged One, which again was the extra card that I received. And again, we have the anchor, right? That ship symbolism and concept there. And I super love an anchor as a symbol. And so I thought it was really, Chris said you can still read stuff out. If it's something super necessary, I will. But like, I listen out loud, like as in not using my headphones sometimes with Max. He never we listen to Becca and everything. So he doesn't usually even pay attention, but so here's our death card, similar to that, which was in the Trinity Tarot with the towers that we see in the moon card. Ari also loved that we were talking about the moon and the death similarities in the Trinity Tarot. And then, of course, that makes me think about Kristen's video about the moon as second death. Oh, wow. That made me want to be back in grad school, like, I don't know, writing about that. It was great. So anyway, there's that. Again, so pretty similar, but done in this color. Death looks confused with the moon. Well, there you go. That's a little bit what we were talking about. When we get there, I will go back and show both because it's like on one side of it, like the path is supposed to connect those two cards, right? In in some people's view. Lori, hello. Yeah, Kristen, for sure. Temperance. So again, we have like simple color palette, and I don't know how much you can tell, but the backgrounds of these, it's like a brown paper bag, right? I just love it. It feels like really, I don't know, feels great and looks great. I mean, feel like I get a good feeling from it. Um, yeah, Ben, this is Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner. Um, so here's the devil. What do we think about this? So we have the jewelry again, which I'm loving. Gerald says, welcome to Tarot Tube at Beneficial Tarot. I've subscribed. Yes, Ben, I subbed you the day before last. Yeah, so those of you who don't know, Ben of Beneficial Tarot is like about a week into this whole Tarot Tube thing, I believe. Gerald, both decks are in my cart. They're really amazing. They're honestly some of my favorites. Deanne, are you on a mission to get all decks made by people with similar names to you? No, that's totally a coincidence, and we are not related so far as I know. I mean, it's a different spelling, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. The Tower. This is really nice because it's like it's almost like a double hit because you see that you weren't really attached to anything to begin with. Like it shows you. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence. Ben is new around here, and please give a sub. Which is what we know, that the foundation was not good, or it wasn't good enough. And yeah, but this just really gives me like extra anxiety. So I think that's powerful and beautiful. Here we have the star. Tower was uprooted and is up in the sky. We have this kind of close-up of the bowl being poured back out. I'll skip the tower sip sip. I think I missed the last sip sip, Jamie. Thank you. Okay. Yes, a lot of people in this chat have channels and content. So everybody check out everybody. Yeah, the star is really pretty. It kind of has like this like tattoo work on the arms, or maybe henna. Have this little like mountain and ocean side, which is like sort of like a bigger expanse than what we're maybe used to. Here's our moon. So now here we don't have the towers like we do usually, and like what are shown in the Trinity Tarot. So that is really interesting. Really, really interesting. And it's like these different sections, like they don't match up, right? There's this break. The moon light shining changes what's there. Does that make sense? Oh, Patrice, the moon is your extra card. I meant to ask you what your extra card was. I just love extra cards. I don't know. Especially drawn cards, you know. If I don't know how I would make a deck, but if I ever made a deck, I would be drawing a card for people. Absolutely. Kristen says this deck isn't my usual taste, but I really like it. It's just really, I just love it. Ah. Oh, a calming presence. I'm glad. Jamie says, Sandra, my brother made me chocolate raspberry coffee today. That sounds amazing. Hey, Richard, welcome. Um, yeah, welcome to Friday. Are you done? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 2:35. That's when I used to get out of high school. Are you done right now? Anyway, um, the sun. Now, eyes are not usually my favorite thing. Um, but that probably says something. I don't know. But this is okay. It looks like mostly like a normal thing, but as sun cards go, like the light shining from it makes me think of like a UFO. So like that's cool. I don't know. It's fine. It's just I'm a little unsettled sometimes by eyes. I don't know. It's a creepy eye. Yeah, it's not my super favorite thing. But again, it doesn't matter. I have so much love for this deck that um, the sun is a card I struggle with anyway. Yes, UFO talk. Got to dash, but lovely to see you. Take care, lovely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ben. So yeah, and we have the flowers growing like we do on the in the Trinity Tarot. Um, Judgment. We have another little key, which again is recurring symbolism and a symbol that I super love. So this is kind of like a nice and open, there's room to walk around in this card, right? It doesn't have any like overt religious symbolism or anything like that. So if that's something that's important to you, I think kind of across this deck and in the Trinity Tarot, it's really open, inclusive, not like restricted to certain things. At least it's not a creepy baby. That's true, though. I'm not like as put off by the creepy baby as some people are. The sun just makes me ugh because it's like way too hot for me. So when I see the sun card, I think about like summer days that are way too hot for me to like live. Um, so that's something I kind of have to work on as well. But that's just what it makes me think about. Do you know what I mean? Like if there were clouds on the sun card, like happy springy clouds, I would feel better about it. I love Oak Ash and Thorn sun card because it's raining. So I'm just weird, but oh, a day off today, sitting on the beach watching you. Well, that's amazing. So here's our world. We have our fixed signs and the same figure as we have in the Fool. Or, I mean, I don't know if it's the same, but I mean, I'm assuming that same sort of nondescript person. And again, the eye, though this one is like, because it's bigger, it's not really getting me like the other one. But anyway. No big deal. Okay. I'm gonna like speed up a little bit, but this deck is so beautiful and like the minors are as incredible to me as the majors. Here we have our Ace of Vessels. Again, you can watch Ari Wizard's channel for a walkthrough and description of these. And it's just so nice. Talk about a calming presence. Like you could, put them on and listen while you work or whatever. It's just so lovely. Two of Vessels. The three, I love all of them. I'll just keep saying that. I'm going to switch arms. So Four of Vessels, this is one that sort of stopped me. What do we think about this? That we have what we need, and in our stillness and in our contentment, we should take the time to take care of the things that we do have, right? Because these plants aren't looking like super flourishing back there. So I think that's kind of what I think. And I love like the little half wall. I don't know why it like makes me think about Charlie Brown. Gerald wants to know if Richard has cards at the beach. Are you doing readings for people? Bye, Jamie. Thanks so much for the distraction and the look. See, sip, sip, and take good care. Bye, Jamie. We love you a lot. Thank you for being here. Happy to provide a distraction. Yeah, because Charlie and Linus chat at a wall. Yeah, it's just cute. Patrice says she enjoys how the book is written. Here we have our 5 with a basket of eggs, right? A little different take on that. The 6, I love this so much. Little treasure boxes and, memories. We have Polaroid pictures and some letters and dried flowers and the clock representing like this time capsule. Okay, that's what this room is. Oh, looks like the plants have been kept past their time. Oh, Richie says it's way too windy for that. So good idea. Oh, Regina, I was seeing Outcast the other day. Not that, but I can't remember. Oh, I know. You don't want to hear me sing though. Ah, 7 of Vessels. This is really beautiful too. We have like tarot cards coming out of that bottom one. Really awesome. The key, the candle, the glasses. Get tarot tiles, Lori says, if it's too windy. Yeah, the 7's really beautiful. Do you want to know a fun fact about me? What's his name? Brian Thomas. Um, Brian Thomas and Glenn Douglas Packard, who are like commercial dance choreographers. I have done like years ago, done some like convention type stuff with them. And we learned in one of those conventions, we learned the choreography to, now why can't I think of the name of that song that she's singing? Because I have other songs Outcast in my head. What's it called? Anyway, that song, I think I have to hear, give me more lyrics, Regina. About like staying together for the kids. Shoot. Anyway, we learned at the convention, or at the audition, really, it was for something else. But anyway, I learned the choreography that was performed like a month later on the MTV Awards show. And when the dancers like started doing the choreography, I was freaking out. I was like, I know that dance. I know the dance. No, Lori, it's Outcast. But anyway, I learned the choreography that the dancers did on MTV, and it felt really cool. Here we have the 9 of Vessels, which I think is beautiful. Hey, yeah, okay, yes, thank you. It might be, I might be singing part of it. The song I was singing might be the same part. I know y'all wanted that 808. Is that later in the song? I think it is. Anyway, I learned that. I know it. I kind of want to look it up now. The 8 of Vessels. I love this. My baby. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's what I learned. I love this 8 of Vessels because it's like the thing isn't done, but I'm done. Okay. uh Richie, heavier than my soul, Gerald. My bag is already way too packed. I don't know why that gets me. Oh, English people are so cute. Robin says, not sure how I feel about the palette of this deck, kind of like brown paper bags from the grocery stores. Yes, it is, and I really love it. But you don't have to. The 10 of Vessels, I think this is beautiful. I just love all the different representations of the things. Look at the cute little packages. And that is exactly how, if you order this deck, like that's how it will look with a cute little bow on it. Everything is wrapped so nicely. I saved the tissue paper, and there's like a little eye sticker on it. You can't really tell, but I mean, look how nicely it was like folded around perfectly to the box. You can see, like, look at those, how the corners were done. It's just so nice. Everything's really well done. apprentice of vessels with those ghost vibes. I mean, like the movie Ghost, right? Not, here's our champion of vessels. Oh, Robin likes the brown. It says the blue is moody, which you'd think I like. I love the blue. The keeper of vessels. And the crown. So this is our cover shot, right? Except for just without the crown and without the jewel. So this gem up here is one of the jewelry pieces in the magician card. I wonder if they all have one. Okay, I gotta cheat. I'm gonna speed up too. I'm sorry. That 9 I think is my favorite. Champion, keeper, crown. Yes, y'all. The crown. Each of the crown cards has a piece of the jewelry from the magician. I love this so much. Have I ever done a Fosse number? I have. I have with oh, what's his name? Not that you'll know him. Shoot. Was he from Kalamazoo College? I have to find that out. Anyway, this is really amazing. Okay. I just happened to notice that the one gem was from the magician card, and I thought, well, no, they all must be there. So our wands are like little like sage bundles or whatever, super cute. Here's our 2. We have the world, right? The globe symbolism still. We have the thread coming through. The 3 with like a little dream catcher symbolism in the center. And I love like these little wild daisies. I'm assuming that's what they are. The 4, I like that. I love like the little nighttime vibe of it. Here's our 5. Yes, the bundles are amazing. Here's our 6. And again, the nighttime, the moon, the 7. This is interesting. All trying to get, like, you have the biggest flame, right? So don't worry about it. The 8. If anyone wants to see anything slower, just let me know. The 8 wands, all those beautiful bundles. My arm's getting tired. The 9 is interesting. With the branches. Or if there's anything you want me to read. Yeah, the brown paper bag book covers. That's what it made me think of. And here's the 10 with all of them in a basket, which is again similar to the Trinity Tarot. Here's our apprentice. Our champion. I think all of the champions are like a blackbird or like a crow, except for swords maybe is an eagle. Here's the keeper. The keeper always has a key, which is really nice. And the crown. See, here's the crystal necklace. Oh my gosh, I love that. Robin said willows. Oh, pussy willow branches. Another deck I have, White Sage Tarot. Uses them throughout the wands, I believe. Our next live together opens with some Fosse handography. Ace of Swords. Do you know what's really funny is that we did like a Spider-Man themed Fosse dance. So that's like extra handography. I have a picture of of all of us, like with the choreography too. I'll have to find it and show you, like shooting our webs. Oh, amazing. So there are butterflies throughout, and we are starting to see here with the 3, the swords tied to the threads. And then here in our 4, we have the 1 down and the 3 still tied. The 5 does not have the ties. This is interesting. It's kind of like that 7 wands, right? That has the 1 separate. So that's a nice take. The 6, I love this little bridge and like the protection vibe I get from the butterfly, like that, you know, that transformation, but it's so big. It feels like protecting. The 7 of swords, this one I really love. Look at that butterfly. She can do it. I think Elemental Cartomancy needs to show Sophie some handography to Wheels on the Bus. That was the first gesture to a song that Max ever did, was swish, swish, swish. That was his favorite. That was his first one. I'll never forget it. It was really cute. Does everyone consider this a pip deck? It's got scenes but without figures. Yeah, in the very beginning, I mentioned something about when I was talking about the deck, and I said it's pip-ish, like it has fuller scenes than the Trinity Tarot for the most part. So yeah, I would call it pip-ish, right? Or like scenic pips. I don't know. Mandy, hello. Hello, beautiful people. Just dropped Liam off at swim practice and came home to find a special delivery. I'll be listening and packing. Ooh, so excited for Mendy's decks, because you know I got both sizes. Do. What is that song? I don't know. It's my Mendy's decks are coming. Hey, let's go to the junkyard to see where the wheels on the bus go to die. Oh. 9 of Swords. This one might be my favorite swords card in this deck. I don't know. I really like it because it makes me think of that like dreamscape, and that those swords are just up there and you never know when one's going to fall and you're going to have a bad dream. I don't know. That's what I think when I see this. Yeah, speaking of Butterfly Lenormand, we're in the suit that has a little butterfly in every card. Debbie, sorry so late. Husband home on vac. He messes with my morning routine. I understand that, and it is okay. 10 of Swords. This is an interesting take on that, right? Oh, Chris and Sophie watched Mendy's Lenny video this morning. That's kind of hard to say. Yeah, the broken blade's interesting, right, Robin? I kind of like that. Here's our apprentice. And the champion, which again here, not a crow, and I think the other ones maybe all are. Here's our keeper with the key, of course. Amazing. And our crown of swords with the feather necklace from the magician. I'm so happy I figured that out. Oh, Lori, I'm sorry. Hope everything's okay. Yes, at Justin Michael, I want all my copies signed. Hint, hint. At the Artistry of Tarot. There's a lot going on there. I don't know what's up, but I just wanted to read it out in case someone needed to hear. So here's our Ace of Coins. So again, pippish, because we have, which the aces are kind of pippish anyway in the traditional RWS. But we have the gate that's really prominent here. Love to see that. Justin, I want my deck to say to the greatest tarot mind of our time, JM, from your sister Mendy. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Gypsy Heart Tarot, hello. Hello. Thank you for popping in. I was in your live last night. So I'm Deanne, by the way. Yeah, was in your live and really loved that. Close, Jess actually says to the greatest. Okay, Chris and Justin, here they go. Here's our 2 coins again with the thread. Yes, this is Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner, as you know from the title. So here's our 3 coins. This is interesting. So we get that stained glass. We get that sort of like that 5 coins vibe, right? But really beautiful. Here's the 4, which I love. It's your little treasure bag, right? It's, you know, what are you saving? What are you spending? I just love it. The 5 coins, I love this one a lot. So maybe that's why we get the stained glass in the 3. And here we have this, what's presumably like, could be like rosary or mala beads or whatever. Again, a really open space for that interpretation. I love it a lot. I think that's a great feeling for the 5 coins. Or not great, but well represented. It's evocative of what I would like in the 5. 6 of coins, I really love this. It's equal. Yeah, of course. Here's our 7. We have, you know, we have that plant and growth imagery there. So again, pip-ish, but we get those calls to a more traditional picture. Mendy says, sorry, I will not be signing decks. My hands are a mess today and I need to be able to pack stuff out. Plus, I don't think I could fit all of that on these little boxes. And also, they are shrink wrapped. Mendy, no, you're fine. Here's our 8. So this one doesn't really have that, like the nod to like that detailing and refinement and hard work. So you're going to have to speak to that a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't bother me. This is one of the few that I think doesn't have that extra. And you could, right? There's this one perfect one, right? We see the one completed. The ones below are kind of like drawn, but they're not. There's all this detail added to this one, and these are just like the sketch lines, and this is the full completed thing. So I guess it is kind of there, just not in the traditional way. Tarot kisses for all you bitches. I had an idea to put an inked thumbprint on a card with my handmade decks, and Michelle was very opposed to that idea. I think that's cool. Lipstick prints. Govinda, I do have the Trinity Tarot and I super love it. I do. Here's our 9. We have the grapes. You know, we get that sort of not only contentment, but a little indulgence and enjoyment, that kind of thing. Oh, Alex. Yeah, Justin, don't put your thumbprint. That's biometric data. And I'm not laughing at you. I didn't think about why that might be a bad idea. But I'm just a simple girl. So the 10 of coins, I love. This is so sweet. Okay, ignoring chat now, says Mindy, so she can get these in boxes and out the door. Well, thank you so much for the work you are doing to get us those awesome decks. I cannot wait. A Princess of Coins. That's what he said. Paranoid. I'll think alike. I'm slightly censoring today for Sophie. Here's our champion. All the luck to you, Mendy, says Regina. Keeper of the coins, of course, has the key. And that last piece of jewelry from the magician card. I'm so proud of myself. I mean, all I did was notice something, but I just think it's great. I love it. So then the extra cards, which are included in one of the spreads in the back, we have past, present, and future. So I love the little cosmic, like that little look between. Of course I do, right? You know this about me. So you get those 3 extra cards. I don't know if the non-Kickstarter versions will come with a card, but I think they will because I did not kickstart the Trinity Tarot. I didn't know about it until I saw someone selling it secondhand. And I was like, wow, what is that? I need it. And I got, my extra card with that. So anyway, I don't know how much that matters to you anyhow. But let's look at my little discovery. Taking way too much credit. Let's find our crowns. Our wands and vessels. And then we need our magician. Okay. I love it so much. Masonic Temple has thumbprints on all the builders around the entire building. Yes, you're welcome. Maybe pinky prints. I don't think anybody uses those. You guys. Oh, licking envelopes. I hardly do that anymore. Kristen, that's why you need stickers. That's what I do. I just put stickers on the back. Or if it's like actually going in the mail, I just tape it. Because you know how I am with my tape. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I don't know why I'm shuffling. They just wanted to be shuffled up. I already shuffled them and then I put them back in order for y'all. And I don't know. I have to do this. So as for riffling, like I was talking about, it's sort of thick. Like I'm sure it's possible. I haven't done it yet. I kind of like fake. I just like blocked it in with a little riffle, but I didn't actually bend them yet. Still deciding about that because again, they're kind of thick. Kristen, OMG, you tape like you were sending something into space. Well, here's the problem. I started out like tarot gifting, like sending stuff to the UK, as you all know, because I complain about it all the time. I sent something to Simon and it got there successfully. Nothing else arrived successfully to where it was supposed to go. I don't know if it's lost or what. I did see Elaine post the other day that she got something after 5 months, after she had like reordered it and things like that. And it has been 6 months. So since I sent my first tarot gifts over there, so there's still hope, I guess. I mean, I don't know. And I guess because I've taped them like a mad person that that there's hope. I don't know. Like I sent a pretty like sizable crystal to Chris. So I wanted it to like, I don't know, be okay. Oh God. Anyway, I could cry. Okay. Here's what I wanted to show you. Thanks for just hanging out while I shuffle cards. So here's our magician. Oh, Robin is still waiting on Kelly bags, keeping fingers crossed that they aren't lost. It took longer the second time I ordered one than the first time, so I would think it's okay. Okay, so we have the Scully and the feather and the crystal and the gem, like at the third eye here. And those are the 4 things we have in the magician card. Isn't that amazing? Does it make you want this? Okay. Anyway, just had to pull those out and show. The backs, I showed a little bit with my extra card, but here's what it looks like without my name on it. Little hourglass sort of thing with the green that we have throughout. So yeah, I sent packages to the UK recently. The tracking is a little longer than the previous ones. I'm hopeful I get an update. I hope your stuff is going through just fine. I'm so upset. Oh, I want to, like, I had an idea. It's just a thick deck. As usual, I have a bunch of things sitting around me, but nothing that I think is going to be a good comparison. Is that true? Here's my yellow box. So yeah. Cards, I think maybe Robin wasn't here at the very beginning. The cards are super smooth. Leanda says, I like it a lot. Yeah, the cards are super smooth, but they are pretty thick. Right here's just like one card. Yes, the decks are very environmentally friendly, the packaging, everything like that. I pulled out like 14 cards, just one suit, you know. I have Reba, the mail lady from Pee-wee's Playhouse. She's very sweet. Oh, Reba, the mail lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so here's just the post office is a mess. I sent packages yesterday and the lady working there was so angry about staffing. Yeah, everything, it really is a mess. And I'm just so mad. So here's just one, like a suit worth. And I can't, now my wrists aren't the greatest. After I had Max, and during I had like pregnancy induced carpal tunnel. That's a thing. Did you know? But I mean, this with my wrist that doesn't hurt right now, this is how much I can bend this. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure it's not impossible to riffle, but I'm going to take a while because I don't want to like bend them the wrong way, like too much. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's some movement there. So like, it'll be fine. But just so you know, it's not going to be like the easiest riffler you ever had. Bonus points to Toadstool Tarot for bringing us Pee-wee's Playhouse. Oh, I can't believe I watch that show so much because it like really creeps me out now thinking about it. Like Zombie, like the head in the box, except for then I think about the Tool song, which is amazing. So yeah, I think I can. Ooh, that was pretty sounding. And the word of the day is package. Everybody scream. So yeah, it's pretty serious. Kristen. Yeah, Spolia is Kristen's thickest deck. That is a beast of a deck. So yeah, I'll probably work through some of these and get them going, but it's not super important for me. Oh, hi, Beth's Life. I'm not doing any reads at all today. We just did, just finished a little flip through of a deck and just chatting. But thank you for asking. I loved that show too. I watched it all the time. Like, I think maybe my brother loved it a little more than I did. Like, certain things I really loved, like the little computer screen person, guy, girl. I don't know. I loved the little screen. I don't know. Everybody's screaming. Oh no, don't say it, Debbie. Oh no. I'm so scared. Oh. Okay. Oh, I got my anniversary ring sized. My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. Cherry, terrifying or comforting? Right? Like, oh. Oh. I feel like the screen was the only thing that I felt like really great about, and everything else sort of freaked me out. Okay, so here's my anniversary ring. Got it resized. Got my band fixed again. Remember how Ryan took it in because it had missing black diamonds? And then, like, day 2 of wearing it after it got fixed, I pulled one of those off the back. Like, I pulled it sideways. Now my band is all beautiful. No one cares about this, but I'm showing you anyway. Um, yeah, Justin, there's my fancy black diamonds. And then it also has black diamonds around the sapphire in the front. And I've said before, that's how you know that he really loves me because, like when buying cars, he likes to buy and sell cars, blah, 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 blah. He's like, black is so boring. The only black car, it'd have to be a really specific thing. And then like the rims would have to be blacked out too, blah, blah, blah. Or like clothing, like he has a couple black t-shirts and I'm like, you look so hot in that. And so he wears it, but it's like not his favorite. Like he likes light, bright colors, which is fine. But just to note, it's like when my mom bought me a pair of black Nikes for Christmas when I was in middle school. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Um, I was like shocked, and that's how you know because he designed this. He had the basic idea, and then asked the jeweler that his family has worked with for a long time, and then he didn't machine it, but he designed it on his software at work, like back and forth. They sent designs to each other, and so yeah, that's how I know because I only requested um a sapphire and white gold. I'm like, I don't care anything else about it. I don't want to pick it. I don't want to know what it's going to be like. And he put black diamonds in it. I never even mentioned that. And so that's how you know that someone really loves you because they like do some stuff that like they would never do for themselves because they don't like it. Does that make sense? Kristen says, I love when my husband wears black. Yeah, it was like just a t shirt. I'm like, that's the best. Elf was the homie. Elf was really cool. Govinda, we were talking about Pee Wee's Playhouse. Um, you probably didn't have that creepy show where you are. That show was an adult comedy that became a kids show only in the 80s. Could that happen? Oh my god. Oh, Gerald says I dressed up as Missy Vaughn for Halloween one year. This is amazing. Okay. Yeah. That was back when Eureka's Castle was on and Gullah Gullah Island. Oh my gosh. I'm terrified of rings ever since Jimmy Kimmel's accident. Oh gosh, I don't know about Jimmy Kimmel, but Jimmy Fallon. I don't know about that accident, but I can imagine. I've read about a mom standing up, like watching her kid play baseball. My arm. I'm a lot better, by the way. My poison sumac torture is over, but I still have like marks on my arm, but they're going away. But anyway, don't be scared. So I was like up, not me. This woman was up on the fence, like watching her kid play baseball, and her ring had like gotten on the like on part of the chain link, and she jumped down from the fence. You like put your feet in it. Well, she like jumped down, and her finger came off. Like her finger was up on the fence because her ring. That's real life. Oh my god. So like that's how I felt when I snagged this on the microwave. That's what happened. I like closed it and then I went like this, dragged over the top, and it pulled. And I was really like I had that feeling. It wasn't that bad, but do you know what I mean? You get this like phantom buff. Anyway, terrible. I've also pulled it in my car once when I was like reaching under the seat to try to pull to like move my seat up in my old car because my new car doesn't do that. It got stuck on metal under there and pulled. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, so be really careful if you're wearing rings. Like, it's better to just take it off if you're going to be somewhere crazy. Like, I don't know, if I'm going to be like, don't be climbing fences or anything like that. Like, I don't wear mine in the shower. I don't know. I don't know what I think is going to happen in there. I think it's going to get like tangled in my hair and then it's going to fall off, even though it's pretty tight. I don't know. Just be really careful with your rings, okay? Oh. Eureka's Castle was big something. Oh, was not something I watched. I was too old for that. I was a Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers kid, and I loved Danger Mouse and Pinwheel. So Eureka's Castle was a little bit after me too, but I had younger siblings, and so that was familiar to me. Yeah, empathy pain from that story. It's terrible. Um, Mr. Rogers was a G. I'm convinced he had an AR in his coat closet. Oh my gosh. Mr. Rogers was cool. I loved, like, was there a sandbox in the house? Like, he had that table and he would open up the top of it. And there was like sand, like the sandbox table in the kitchen. Am I making that up? Like, that was really cool. Oh, anyway. Schoolhouse Rocks, the Great Space Coaster. So, like, I never saw Schoolhouse Rocks until I was in 8th grade, and our teacher played it as like a fun day. Like, hey, remember this when you were kids? And I was like, I don't know this. It was so weird. Like, everyone was singing the songs and stuff, and I never knew them. Like, we watched it in like government class, but I didn't know it. I don't know what happened. Oh, anyway, kids, I probably should wrap it up. Right? I don't think I think I said surprises in the description of this, but I don't really know if I have surprises for you or not. I just added that because you never know what the day is going to turn into around here. I have a couple hours of work to do today, not a ton, so that's nice. Yeah, my hours go by fast. I'm glad it seems that way to you all as well. See up there making noise? Is that my Max alarm clock? Sip, sip. Yeah, I don't think I have other things. I mean, I do. I have a stack of things. But surprises can just be whatever we were talking about, right? Okay. I know I didn't come on a random day because I'm not doing Sundays right now because of Kelly's class on Saturdays. I keep saying, oh, Gerald. Yeah, where is that? Shoot, that's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to get ready. Okay, I just got to think for a minute. I found it. Okay, hold on. Here's the surprise. But I'm going to have to do it with conviction. It's not as easy as it looks, okay? Oh, shooty. Okay, ready? Nope. See? My nails get stuck in it. Is it this way? It's not as easy as it looks. It's because there's no room in here. Hold on. Nope. Why can't I do this? I can do it with two hands. Now I'm like breaking it. Hold on. Okay, wait, now it really won't open. Oh, because I'm doing it backwards, you fucking idiot. Okay. Look at that. You just have to hold it the right way. Okay. Look how giant this is. Y'all, look what Gerald sent me. Here's a mail story that worked because he lives probably, like, I don't know, 3 hours away or something. I haven't really timed it out. It's probably more than that. It's probably 5 or 6. Oh, that's nice. Okay, y'all, look at my spirit board fan. You just have to hold it the right way. That's what they said. Okay, so how would I know? Let's see. Yeah. And now you can do a fan dance. It's like really big, honestly. Is that crazy? Can't wait to whip this out whenever my mother-in-law is able to come back to our house. I'm just kidding. She would leave. Okay, I'm not supposed to talk about those things. Anyway, I'm just laughing at myself because I couldn't open it for 15 minutes. Thank you, Gerald, so much for this sweet gift. I love it so, so much. Ooh, and now Max is coming. So we're going to wrap this party up because he cannot come in here right now. It's crazy town. Um, Thank you, Gerald, for the sweet gift. You are really awesome. And I was so happy when that came. It was so exciting. And as I told Gerald, the day I got it, Max got tons of use out of the green bubble wrap that came with it. He was like driving cars on it and building things with it, and it was amazing. Hi, baby. So, okay, we will end it there. Thank you so much, Gerald, for reminding me about that. I knew there was a surprise in here. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Bye.